Energy flow. Energy flow is one of the process in which the energy transfer from one trophic level to the other trophic level, and the energy transfer from one trophic level to the other level, where the amount of energy is decreases, only 10% of energy is transferred. Only 10% energy is transferred from one trophic level to the other trophic level. Here is given in the producer. Producer is here, and the producer produces the large amount of energy from the sunlight to the large amount of energy to the sunlight, and the energy which are used in desperation, and now the energy is now transfer 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 from producer to the primary consumer, secondary consumer, and the tertiary consumer. There is a loss of energy at each trophic level. After the death of these organisms, the dead body, which is made up of which constitute of the organic compound, are decomposed by the bacteria and fungi which are present in the soil, and these into the organic compound is converted into inorganic compound, which is again used by the producer. Here we can see only the amount of the energy, only the 10% of energy is transferred. Next one is the plant adaptation. The plant adaptation, the organism which can adapt in different environmental conditions and leads to the variation in their morphology, anatomy, and physiological characters. These characters of organism can adapt or tolerate the different environmental conditions. This is known as the adaptation on the basis of the requirement, water requirement. All the plant of the universe are classified into three groups: the hydrophyte, mesophyte, and xerophyte. Hydrophyte, that is found in water. The hydrophyte is divided into the three groups: submerged, floating, and the amphibious hydrophytes. Submerged hydrophytes, which are grown under the water surface. Example: the Verisneria, Adrilla, Stratophyllum. Floating hydrophyte, free floating on the surface of water. The Isola and the Spirodela on the sun. The fixed floating amphibious hydrophyte. The lower part of the plant is fixed in the mud, while the upper part remain floating in the water surface. For example, Nelumbium, Nymphia, Trepa, etc., etc. Here is one important plant that is the water hyacinth, which is also known as that plant is also known as the Eichhornia. The Eichhornia is basically used as the biofertilizer. The farmer which are basically trained used Eichhornia as a biofertilizer in their field. This is one of the example or important point for the competitive point of view. The amphibious plant, the lower part remain in water, and while the upper part are aerial. They adopted both the aquatic and the terrestrial mode of life. Here is the diagram. Three diagrams are of the submerged hydrophyte, the Hydrilla, Velisneria, and the Stratophyllum. Two diagrams of the free floating and the fixed floating, and one diagram is of the amphibious plant. Here we have written some character of the submerged hydrophyte, free floating, and the fixed floating hydrophyte. But here we have written some important character. The Hydrilla is important also for the practical, and there are some important point. The first one is the plant is small, slimy, in green, slimy. The small plant is spongy in nature, flexible, cuticle. Stomata and cuticle are absent in a submerged hydrophyte. And the free floating and the fixed floating. Here is another important point. One is the presence of the erenchyma. It is not found. That is also simply known as the air cavity in the fixed. Erenchyma is the important character of the hydrophyte, and the next day we will discuss the mesophyte and the